Zeophates, oxygen not included, tutorials, tips, and tricks. And hello everybody, and today what we are going to be doing is we are going to be focusing on dupe selection, and basically the start section of the game, world generation, and dupe selection. So, for world selection and startup of the game, some of the three things you've got. You've got your world traits, you got your story traits, and you got your scrambled DLCs. Now, world traits, this is going to be how your worlds are set up. As you go along through here, you see some have no traits, others have various different traits. So we'll go over a little bit of what these are as we go through, and I'll specify which ones I personally prefer, but that is me. Story traits are little internal stories that go on. Some of these will give you advantages once you get them done. And they've got their issues. Especially like this one. This one's got a rather nasty little virus that you might want to try to deal with. And scrambled DLCs. So this is going to be the first section we're going to go over. For the DLCs, as a default, when you start the world, everything's shut off. Until you've gone in and actually turned it on. So I'm going to turn on the Frosty Planet and the Bionic Booster, because these are the two DLCs that I actually have, as well as Spaced Out. So I'm setting the... Sometimes I've seen the default of these being disabled, which is not what I like. So I've actually set them to likely, which means that they should show up on my main world and various different worlds that I explore. Story traits. Yeah. If you get the Sonum synthesizer up and running, you can actually cause your dupes to, I believe it's gained some skills and some experience over time whenever they're asleep. Howdy, Town.
Hello.
The Critter Fluxomatic allows you to alter critters in various further ways. The Mysterious Hermit, when you get him completed, you will, 1, get another dupe, and 2, get a, well, rather large material storage bin. The Ancient Specimens are various fossils. Eventually you'll be able to unlock some new resources with those fossils, as well as potentially being able to get some new mobs. The Biobot Builder, I've never personally completed, so I'm not personally too sure what it does, but to my understanding is it'll eventually allow you to create little critters that'll act as bots, will be able to run around and do a bunch of work for you. They will, however, die off in time, so you'll need to keep rebuilding them. So I've got all these traits turned on. We've got our DLCs turned on. Next we got world traits. Metallic caves are... They're going to be voids that have got metal wrapped around them. Metal poor, on the other hand, is something I personally say you want to avoid. Why is that? It's because in the world creation, metal is going to be scarce. And, well, the majority of the stuff that we do needs metal. So, we really don't want that. Metal rich is, well, it's the exact opposite of metal poor. It means there's going to be a larger amount of metal in the asteroid, so you can dig it up and be able to continue working on stuff. Crashed satellites is just crashed radioactive satellites. It'll give you some little bits of extra research. So we're going to randomize a little bit, see if we can get some other ones. Okay, well, we've got a couple. Radioactive crust that means that the section that is exposed to space will have uranium ore. It also means that it's really important that you got radiation proof for your dupes, because otherwise things are going to cause issues. Medium boulders is going to be abyssalite boulders that are just randomly dispersed throughout, which is going to make building and digging a little bit more difficult. Slime molds means that there's going to be slime pockets all over the place, and that means you're going to be dealing with slime lung all over the place. Frozen friend means that there is a dupe in a cryo chamber on this asteroid that you can then go and wake up. And come on, give me something new. Frozen core, well, that means rather than lava being at the bottom of your world, it's going to be a frozen world of ice. Okay, we've got volcanic activity. That means that there's going to be volcanoes. There's two different categories for these sort of things. You've got volcanoes. Those will produce generally resources like gold and such. And you've got vents. Those will produce gases. The third type is geysers. Those will produce liquids. What they will produce is going to depend entirely on what the RNG tells it to. Subsurface ocean means that below it is you basically got a lot of salt water, which is useful in some circumstances, but could be a pain in the ass to deal with otherwise. Let's see. Geodes are just mineral-rich caches on the world you start with. And let's see, is there anything else that we want to go over? Lush core is going to give you, forest core. That'll be where you'll find pips and wood, which those can be useful. Magma channels is going to have lava all over the place in various pockets. That one's going to be a pain to deal with, but if you manage to use it right, you can use it to generate truly stupid amounts of power. And I quite literally mean truly stupid amounts of power. So let's just quickly go through here, and I think I'm going to stick with this one. So now we're going to start a game. Once it's done its whole world gen, it's going to give us the option for dupes, and then I'll go over them. Yeah, Talon, I'm well aware that you probably already know a decent amount of this stuff.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, literally, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I'm just kind of focused on my own game here.
Fair enough. Okay.
Rooms already.
With your dupes, there's a couple of different things you can do on this screen. First thing is you can reroll, which is just going to randomize your dupe. If you select this arrow here, you can actually specify what skill you want your dupe to have to a degree. So we'll select, let's say, a researcher. So while that's selected, any reroll you do is going to have some form of research in it. So research, doctoring, cooking. These interests are important. You want, especially at the start, dupes with as many interests as you can, preferably 3. The reason why is because this is going to be allowing you to give these dupes skills under this category for cheaper. So let's just get our third dupe. That all looks fine. And we're going to set this as tutorial world. Now, one of the things I am going to be doing is I'm actually going to be turning on the sandbox, because I'm going to be just showing you guys how everything works. But that is how to figure out what kind of planet you want and hopefully start dupes. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you all next time.